What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So we're going to break down SoFi today, do the usual, the chart breakdown, do an update on how it's doing right now, and later in the video we'll break down the indexes and if we have time, some other stocks. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and you might as well get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000, guys. Check out that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. We'll talk more about that later. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So check it out. It's about 1:30, about 1:45 p.m. on the East Coast. And by the way, all the indexes are now in the red. The Russell's down 0.3%, Nasdaq's down 1.6%, S&P's down 0.7%, and the Dow's down 0.2%, as the VIX is up almost 7%. And we have the metals up. It looks like gold's up to another all-time high. It is up around 1%, and we have silver down about 0.25%. Hold on a second here, guys. Did gold hit, what's the all-time high here on gold now? 22? Yeah, $2,200 an ounce, which is unbelievable, guys. And gold's actually up a lot from where it was in October, about $400 an ounce, or around 20%. Pretty big move there, guys, but that's another topic for another video. Let's go back to SoFi, which in the midst of this overall red day right now, SoFi's in the green, up around 2%, a little over 2%, and it's at $7.62, up 16 cents currently on the day. So if I zoom in a little bit on the intraday chart, you guys will notice how earlier today we almost got to $8 per share. We were at $7.83. And the thing is, guys, that we have to realize on the intraday here is we broke out of yesterday's highs, which that's a good sign for the bulls. We can see yesterday in the pre-market, we hit about 760. Then we got to 718. Then we rallied to about 750 at close by yesterday's close. And this morning, we broke right out of that, right? We broke 750. We broke above 760. And again, we got over $7.80. And even though we're pulling back right now, even with this pullback, we're still above the highs from yesterday. Notice how we're holding that high from yesterday as support, which is even better overall for the bull. So that's on the intraday chart here on SoFi on the 5-day. You guys can see as well how we are starting to get a golden cross. We're above the moving averages, and we're slowly starting to break out a bit here after selling off quite drastically over a 2-day span, essentially from $9.15 down to about $7. And the fact that we're holding $7 right now, guys, in general is a really good sign. The fact that we held 7 and we bounced off of it is good, considering not only is that a support from a couple of days ago, but also from weeks ago and months ago. Let me show you this 4-hour chart. And by the way, on the 20-day chart, we are now breaking above the 50 SMA, which is good for the bulls in the short term. So let me show you this 4-hour chart. Yep, here we go. If I zoom in a bit, you guys can see how we did hold $7, $7.20 back in the middle of January and back in the beginning of December, end of November, right here, also early February as well. So the fact that the bulls are holding that point in the short term, that's a very good sign. Now we have to wait and see if we do continue this rally, maybe towards $8.30, which would put us right around the moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. And that's going to be an interesting spot for SoFi, because you guys can see we've clearly been making lower highs over the past couple of months. We can see we hit 1050, we hit 960, $9.15. And if we rally to 850, guys, that'd be great in the short term. That could open up a nice trading opportunity in the short term, but ultimately that could be another lower high if we fail to break out of there, right? If that makes any sense. So we're going to have to get out of there, break 850, preferably above $9, into the mid-9s for this to fully start breaking out. Until then, any rally, in my eyes at least, is arguably a short-term rally that could be a bull trap. Just being honest, right? Until we get out again of that $8.59 level, which who knows? Time will tell. We might get out of there, but right now, guys, on the 4-hour chart, we are under the moving averages, and the bulls have some ground to make up. That's for sure. They need to get moving here, guys. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm long. I didn't buy more SOFI today or in the past couple of days for that matter, but I'm still long. My average is in, I believe now it's in the low sevens because I did buy more in the lower mid sevens after initially buying in the high sixes. So my average cost initially I think was like $6.90. Added more in the mid to low sevens. I think now it's like $7.15, somewhere in that ballpark, $7.20. Either way, I'm up a good chunk on my SOFI position. And yeah, I'm holding on tight, man. I'm holding on tight. So let me know your thoughts in the comments about SOFI, guys. And by the way, if you have not gotten your free stocks yet for Moo, don't forget to do that. Just use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. Once you fund your account at least $100, you get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. It's a no-brainer, guys. So use that link down below if you guys want some free stocks and you want to help out the channel, which, by the way, I appreciate you guys for using those links, for tuning in, for, supporting the channel over the years. You guys are awesome. And with that being said, cheers. Let's continue on here with how the indexes are doing, which again are not looking, they're not looking good at all here as we are slowly wrapping up the day. Yes, we do have around 2 hours left of trading. Anything could happen, but right now everything is deeply in the red. Well, I don't want to say deeply, although the NASDAQ is a good chunk in the red, down 1.5%. We can see it hit an all-time high. The crazy thing is it hit an all-time high earlier today, and now it's pulling back in the same day, $10 from the highs, and we're getting pretty close to the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart, which, yeah, talk about volatility, guys. So triple Q's getting to a pretty healthy spot here on the 4-hour chart, seeing a nice pullback. SPY is also seeing a bit of a pullback down, let's see, about 0.75%. This also hit an all-time high earlier, about 518.20. Now it's at about 511. It's down roughly, about 1.4% from the all-time high. So that's seeing a nice, healthy pullback, if you ask me. And the Russell, if I pull this up, is obviously not anywhere near all-time highs, but it did hit a fresh high on this time frame on the 4-hour chart. And mind you, it looks like we are starting to see this triangle play out on the Russell, which, did we not call it out here on the channel, guys? Look at this. The ascending triangle we have clear as day on the Russell. We called it out. It is now playing out. So I'm actually watching IJR very closely, which is a small cap ETF, which we're not going to get too deep into in this video, but either way, I'm watching that super closely. So yeah, pretty nasty looking red day, especially for the NASDAQ and the S&P. But overall, guys, in the grand scheme of things, it's a healthy pullback. It's not a big deal at all in my eyes. As the Dow, let's see here quickly, the Dow's down barely. The Dow's honestly, arguably a bit overbought still. Maybe it needs a little more of a pullback, but yeah, Dow's at 38.7, not really budging much from all-time highs, kind of just doing its own thing right here, consolidating today. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on X and on TikTok. Those are linked down below, and I'll catch you guys later.